Welcome to another perfect day in southwest WA. It's early autumn. It's 25 degrees. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it is an absolute perler. Not a cloud in the sky, I don't think. Beautiful lane pool reserve over there, and a beautiful topic of conversation for today about living within your means. And I've just been having some thoughts while I'm driving this around, driving this 2003 Land Rover Discovery 2 around, which cost me just under $3,000 in my name. And you know, it's bringing up some thoughts and some emotions as I've got the day off, because I'm not burdened by car finance or an expensive car or expensive car insurance, everything that comes with owning a newer vehicle, the stress of depreciation. I think what I'm trying to say is what I've learnt by owning this car for the last little bit is that a cheap car can give you freedom. Less money out, less work out, less time going out the door, more time for adventures. It's a Thursday, 2 in the afternoon. Nobody else around. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be a $3,000 car. It can be something at the lower end, something that's not going to depreciate heaps, something that's not going to make you feel like a piece of crap, you know? I mean, there's some cars out there that, you know, they make you feel pretty crummy driving them around. Fits my mountain bike in the back. That's what we're doing out here today because of the freedom, you know? Coming out, having adventures. Because the time is there. Now that less time is going out the door. The time is now in my hand. I'm time rich. I do drive a Land Rover. I might need a few things, right? Might need a cheeky side of the road engine rebuild. Do take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. You know, got the straps, got the little telescopic fishing rod. Great little invention, that. Folds out to a full-size 6'6" fishing rod, you know. Got the go bag. Geez, I might put one of them together to sell on the channel. What do you reckon? Got the lures. You know, got the pegs for the awnings. Got the handrail. Coops, that's yours. I need to get that back to you. Coops was nice enough to lend that to me for my young fella. Didn't close that properly. I'll get to it later. So, yeah, driving a beater car. You know, it doesn't even have to be 4-drive. You know, if all you've got to do is get the kids to school, heck, maybe you don't even have kids. Heck, in that case, do you even need a car? You know, maybe you just need one of them. Some pedal power. Yeah. She's a good old girl. Brand new spare. Don't you hate that? This when the spare is like perfect. It's got like a ridiculous amount of tread on it, but then you can't put it then onto the car because the car, you know, the ones on it, it'll totally mismatch and be unaligned. You definitely couldn't put it on the front because then you've got like that much more tread on one side, and surely that'll mess up your steering. Yeah, the freedom that she's given me, the feelings that I'm getting, it's good. You know, and there is that feeling there of, oh, you know, it's not as good as I don't know, let's pick on a car, a Ford Ranger. Sorry if you drive a Ford Ranger, nothing wrong with that. Just a very common car in Australia. Oh, I don't have the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 Ford Ranger, you know, that it's not going to impress insert person here. It's not going to impress that, or it's not going to make me feel a certain way, or I'm not going to, I assure you, the people that you have like made up in your mind that you then need to impress. It's not a thing. This is just a thought that you've put there that costs you so much money in depreciation, in stress, in time, just throwing time out the door, driving, commuting to work to then pay for these things, you know, earning the money to then pay tax, to then end up with a smaller amount of money in your paycheck, to then pay all like a large portion of that out into a more expensive vehicle, the depreciation on the vehicle, the insurance on an expensive vehicle, let's say, heck, even a $20,000 vehicle. What's that? $2,000 a year, $1.5 grand a year for comprehensive insurance with the good stuff. Yeah, not to mention the registration. Heck, well, got to pay registration on this too, but by all means, it's a lot less. Yeah, she's got a bit. Got an interesting back end. I put some mud flaps on her, like the big chunky ones, but I had to trim that one, and I think it got hot and broke off. So Dougie has broken off a mud flap somewhere in the landscape. Came with an awning. Came with the snorks. There I am, bald and in my bathers, ready to go for a nice long bike ride through the forest. Still does the job, you know. It's safe enough to transport a family around in. Got the baby seat here for my my littlest guy. What's he now? 4. They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. The youngest is now 4. Hey? And how old's this girl? 2003. 18 years old. Yeah. She's even got all these little guys, you know. Over time, improvements have been made. You know, if I need to tow a trailer, she's got a bottle. She's got the electrics wired up. Yeah, some things you're going to have to accept though on the cheaper vehicle. And these are feelings that you're going to have to come to terms with, like the roof lining's all sagging down. It doesn't look the prettiest. But heck, who am I trying to impress, you know? Well, I'm already married. So, but if I was trying, you know, maybe you've got the thought in your mind, well, that won't impress a girl or whatever. Doesn't matter. And if she's not impressed, you know, she's not impressed, is that really the kind of girl or guy or whatever sex you're trying to attract? Is that really the one for you? Check out these little things. Spare serpentine belt and spare 10 litres of water. Always important. I can't reach in there, but oh yes, I can. Bit of cooking stuff. That's where that's hiding. Yeah, it doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. And heck, if you've got less kids and less responsibility than me, it can be even less. It doesn't even need to be a car. I guess I want to close out this cheeky little update video with, please prioritize being time rich over, you know, materialistic things to impress figments of imagination that don't need to be impressed. Maybe you're saying, yeah, but I need do you? Each to their own. You know, some people can justify it. Maybe you've got a big business that's paying a lot of tax and you can write off an expensive vehicle and then, you know, all power to you. I love you for doing that. Holding up the economy. Something like that, you know, with your big business. But yeah, it's even at the ARB bar. That would have cost someone $2,000 back in the day, surely. Best part of. So yeah, closing thoughts. Agree with some of it. Don't agree with any of it. I just want you to be free. As free as I am at the minute, you know. Unburdened by car debt. unburdened by car debt, I think is a big step, a big change that we can all make. Doesn't even have to be a car, you know. If you've got less responsibility than me. Got the 5-speed manual. Now that is fun to drive. Slow. She's slow. She's the TD5 diesel. A 5-cylinder turbo diesel. There she is. Mighty TD5. She sings. She's got a straight, not a straight pipe, but, you know, a very generously open exhaust. 3-inch exhaust. Got the roof racks. Could even put a rooftop tent on there. Yeah, if you're a single guy or girl, heck, even an adventurous couple, don't even need the house anymore. Let's go live out, go on an adventure, go on a lap. Anyway, time rich. Don't stress about what other people that don't matter think about what you own, drive, dress in. And keep loving yourself. Be more gentle on yourself. Take time to exercise, go on adventures like I'm doing today, you know, a few hours here, riding my push bike, working these little legs, making sure I don't carry a big lot of unwanted weight into my older years. Yeah, everything's going to be all right, guys. I love yous. Subscribe if you haven't already. Actually, nah, do whatever you want. I might see you on the next one.